Hello and welcome to Valencia, Spain. We are right now traveling internationally for, well, you probably saw it on the headline and in the thumbnail. This is the new Ducati Scrambler, and today we're getting an up-close look at the motorcycle. Coming up on Thursday, we should have the full review of this bike so that we can talk about what it's actually like to ride, but this is our first opportunity just to get up close with these motorcycles and look at them, see what they're all about. This is, of course, the new generation of Ducati Scramblers, and just look at how many of them there are. Later on today, we are going to go on a ride, and even tomorrow we'll have some more riding, so I'll have the chance to spend a couple days with these bikes. I haven't had the chance to even hear one fire up yet, but even just seeing them in the metal is something exciting. Now, if you're wondering, these are all Scrambler icons. So there are two other versions of the Scrambler. There's the night shift, and there is also the full throttle, but this is the base icon. And one thing that Ducati has done with this base model icon is made it so that you can swap out some panels, these panels that have color on them, to change the color of your bike. So I believe the bike I'm going to be riding is storm green, so it's probably this one. I think that is probably going to be my bike. There's one other storm green one, so it's either that one back there or this one up here. But let's talk a little bit about what the powertrain is on this motorcycle. This is an 803cc L-twin, 73 horsepower and 48 pound-feet of torque. And these are, relatively small motorcycles, lightweight. It's about 408 pounds. They've redesigned the frame, as we've talked about before. It's still a trellis frame. And here, I'll show you up close some of the details. If you want to know every little detail and spec that's new on these, check out the video that I did when these motorcycles first launched, because that has all of the details. Today, we're more interested in just getting an up-close look at these bikes. You can see some X's here on the seat, some of Ducati's SCR logos here on the side covers. You've also got an X, and it says Scrambler on the side of the engine. You can see the pipes here. The shocks are not yellow. It is pretty common that Ducati does yellow springs. You can see Brembo brakes. These are Pirelli MT60 tires, MT60 RS, which is actually a tire that I've spent a good amount of time with. I have MT60s on my personal Scrambler that I ride all the time in Colorado. 4.3-inch TFT. See that? It says born free 1962. So 1962 was the launch of the Ducati Scrambler. There's a lot of heritage in these bikes. A lot of different colors too for these bikes, even different finishes. Seeing them in a lineup here is pretty spectacular. Just look, look at how many Ducati Scramblers there are. I mean, this is a massive lineup of bikes. So now, all of these colors should be swappable. Not sure how you would change that. This could be a decal, but the fenders, the color by the headlight and over the tank, this tail section, are all things that Ducati will offer in these different colors. You see factory pipes on these bikes. These bikes are, of course, going to be all factory. Ducati does sometimes have on these programs motorcycles fitted with a few of their accessories that they offer, but these bikes appear to be all stock, even down to the oil filters, which is of course no surprise. You can see the trellis frame. I just can't get over how many of these motorcycles there are. Now, today is a pretty ideal day for riding, if I do say so myself. It's not very hot, and I'm not sure what roads we're going to be riding, but this appears, if we're going to be bringing all of these bikes out at once, this is going to be a big group. Tons and tons of color options here. It's kind of a grayish blue. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up because the full video on the new Ducati Scramblers is going to be coming very, very soon, like I said, on Thursday. So stay tuned if you want to learn more about these bikes, more about how they ride. X in the headlight there. There's X's all over these bikes. So yeah, it's going to be a big riding video coming up. My first time riding outside of the United States. So I don't think it'll be difficult. I mean, Spain here, they drive on the correct side of the road like we do back in the States. So that at least won't be a learning curve. And of course, we'll be on a lead group ride. So it's not like I have to figure out where I'm going. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that video because Ducati Scrambler ride in Spain, in Valencia, Spain, is going to be a cool video for sure. Something that you'll definitely want to catch. And like I said, if you want to learn even more about the specs on these bikes between now and then, check out the video that I did, the news video at the desk when these bikes first came out, because that's got all the details, some of what's new about them and what's different compared to the previous generation Scrambler. And pricing, I should mention, is $10,995 on these base model icons. If you want to get a full throttle or a night shift, it's going to be $12,195. And in terms of delivery, Ducati said that it should be spring, so I think we'll be expecting to see these motorcycles in dealerships pretty soon here, but this is our first opportunity to actually get near them and see what they're like. And they line them up absolutely perfectly. So right on. Let me know what you all think in the comments below, and definitely don't miss the video where I actually get to ride this, because it's going to be a ride. I mean, look at that. Stay tuned and we'll catch you all in the next.